What's up, everybody? We're back. Fern2Play, refuse to pay. And we're going to go over this Yuletide Titan event. We are, how many days in are we? We are exactly 92 days in. And the biggest question will be, can we get ourselves a Tormin? So if you're kind of in my shoes, and some of you are, the people that do watch, I'm sure you are a little bit more of a beginner to this, or maybe you're mid-game, and you see this and you have a really good champion. First and foremost, we gotta figure out if we really want this champion when it's all said and done, and where he kind of helps me with this is nice. He's got some pretty good. This right here attacks all enemies. What's this? Has an 80% chance of provoke for enemies not under freeze debuffs. Decreases the cooldown of random skill of each ally by 1 turn for every enemy attacked under both a freeze and an HP burn. Does he put out an HP burn? Oh, interesting. I've never had this champion before. Removes all buffs from the target enemy, then attacks 2 times. So it really comes down to where can I use this guy. He's great, obviously, he'll help for Faction Wars right here, 4.9. Let's see, how good is this at landing? It books up to 80, so I mean similar to Haskell Rule in terms of his stuns. Attacks all enemies, has the freeze. So could I use him in Spider at some point? Maybe. His 20% placed in a freeze. So where can I use this guy? Obviously Arena, he's great, but does he help me anywhere else? And I don't know if he does. I don't know if he does. So the biggest question I need to ask myself is, does this guy really progress my account? In Faction Wars, he no doubt will. Faction Wars is, we're kind of hurting there. We don't have the best team right now for Faction Wars. So does he automatically come in there and is a massive help? Yes, hands down. Like, probably will help me progress pretty far. He can hit pretty hard, especially if you have an increased defense on him. So he can actually nuke pretty good. So that is something that I may consider. Maybe he helps me run some harder mode dungeons and just really waves controls a lot of it. So he is kind of interesting in that sense. So the big question is, can we go get this? Now, we are going to be able to get 500 points from logging in every day. My biggest issue that I'm concerned with is I'm going to be going away. I'm out of town these 5 days, the 10th through the 14th. I'm actually heading overseas. It's work related. I'm going to be tied down. I don't know how much internet access I have. I'm going to, doesn't matter where I'm going to, but like, so this is the thing, like, I'm going to be missing a big chunk of this event. So my question is, yes, we can afford to lose out here. Am I going to be able to get on the game enough to still, with the 500 extra snow points that we get, is it going to be enough for me to get this done? That's the one thing I need to really, really ask myself. So right now, we have, where is it? The Summon Rush right here. So at 4,100, that's 82 Ancients, which I think we're just shy of that. So it's double Ancients right now. It's not a great time to pull. We have 77 Ancients, which isn't bad. We could actually eventually get there. Sorry if you guys can hear that train. Yes, it is 1:06 a.m. in the morning, and there's trains going by. And I live in a very, very nice area of a downtown city. But we have the Ancients. It's fine. Like, we could get the rest with Mystery Shards. I don't think I'd pull anything else. We're sitting in a good spot with our primals. We're sitting in a good spot with our sacreds. So that's my thought, is like, if the fusion comes towards the end of the month, do I have enough? But the question is, how many summon events are going to be required for us to get this done. There's some really good rewards here, especially as you get to page 5. These are fantastic rewards. Everything here is super solid. Even getting this is really, really nice. Getting that's pretty decent. They don't have the big one, but you know, it's good stuff here. Ooh, lesser oils. I actually like that. I didn't even realize that. That's pretty nice. Another primal shard. So the big question is going to come down to, do I pull? I can pull. I could use a miscreated. I really could. I could use a Helicath. He's okay. I don't need him. I don't need him right now, but he's really good in arena. He can maybe help me get the Spider 20, which I'm kind of lacking, but it's still going to be a really, really slow run. I could really use Miscreated for Scarab. It's honestly, I think we're going to end up beating Bommel soon. I haven't beaten it yet. If you guys have been watching my video, haven't beaten Bommel 90 on normal, but we're just going to eventually get Bjorn Gary up to 6-star and just tag team him with Wukong when it's all said and done. Helicath, I think, is the guy that helps my account eventually build a Ultra Nightmare team. So getting Helicath would be huge, but this is really, like, this is not a great time to be pulling. Like, yes, it's a 15x. The odds of it getting to a 20x for us are slim, very, very slim. So it's really just a 15x. And 15x is not that great when it's all said and done. So that's the question. I personally think if I wasn't missing these dates right here, if I wasn't heading out of town, and I'm going to try and do what I can to make sure I can get on, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I'm going to be in a completely another country. I think I'm going to be staying with people, so I'm not going to be able to get on the game too often, if at all. So it's figuring out. I would love to do this. I would love to show you guys content of me doing this, being less than 100 days in and getting this Tormin, but that trip is probably going to throw a wrench into a lot of things. So the question comes, do I pull? And my answer right now is I don't know. I don't know. I have 2 days to decide. I think we're going to see how Artifact Enhancement is. The Spider is not awful for us. We've done a lot so far. We're farming stage 10 instead of stage 16. And the reason for that is just, you know, we're going to be able to get here. We'll probably stop is my thought. We'll see how Artifact Enhancement looks. We have a lot of energy saved here. We're going to have, I do have the opportunity to eventually go, I won't get this in time. I wouldn't be able to get that one in time. I can get this one. I can get this Ancient over here, so that puts me at 78. But we're restocking our gems. We have some energy here. I've used all my energy up for the day. Still can go get a weekly if I really needed to, and those as well will eventually get, not anytime soon. So that's what we've been running. I would run it real quick. I'll show you the rest of my teams real quick. This will also be a little update video. We did 2 key here. We were able to hit this thing with Void, put up 23 million, and then we actually put up, did we put up more than 23 million? I want to say maybe we put up 25 million against Void, or yes, 25 million, and then I think we put 18 against, again, we took out Kale, he just wasn't getting the job done, and then we were able to get to the second chest here on Ultra Nightmare. And as you guys see, we're at 12 Sacreds. If you guys were looking the other day, we were at 10, and I told you we were going to get another one from here. We did, but we also got one from Clan Boss as well. So we're now sitting on 12. Still kind of sitting on this. So that's probably never going to get done. But yeah, this is the team we're running here for Spider. Oh, I could have ran it. Sorry, I didn't realize it. So this was it was a slower run. and it ultimately was bringing in less points and was costing more energy. So it made more sense for me just to drop down here and just build a quicker team that just got this done. Is it great gear? No, it's not. But right now, it's all about winning this event. It's winning getting the tournament points needed. So I do have 2 weak affinities in here in Wukong and Armiger, but it's fine anyway. Getting a lot of weak hits on this one. That was a lot of weak hits. But it's fine. We've been getting pretty much this 17, and this is what stinks about doing this stage, but you know, it is what it is. We've been getting 17 here. When I was running 16, so that was, we were averaging 16, we'd get 17 here, so occasionally 16, so 16, 17, mostly 17s at 12 energy, and then at this stage, which were longer runs, we were getting 14 points at 14 energy. So it just made more sense for me to drop down. Just made a lot more sense for me to drop down and just get it done. And again, we have the energy in the missions to go wrap this up, or if not wrap it up, have it done within the next day. And I just I don't see ourselves pushing for this. We're probably conserve our energy for now until we start seeing more events and like what's coming from it. We do obviously want to, like, these are some nice rewards over here. We're going to try and get as far as we can. This resistance is nice. If we can get that accuracy glyph, that would be super nice. That mean I think that would be my second 6-star. That's a lot to ask for. We're not going to extend ourselves for it, but yeah, so we do have one. We do have one so far. We're not going to extend ourselves for it, though. But yeah, guys, that's what I need to figure out. I personally, if you're like me and you have shards saved up, if you've been following, you've been saving up shards, you're gonna. I really think you can get this done. I really do. I really think it's possible to get this done. I kind of want to pull now, just because getting that 300 points, leaving 300 points on the table, knowing that I'm going to be gone, kind of hurts. So I do think I'm leaning towards pulling. Getting the 300 points, plus we're going to get the 500 from the login. Hopefully I log in every single day. I don't know, but if we do, we're at 800 points. I need to figure out the next 1,200. And it's worrisome to me about where these events are going to be. That's 30 right there, you know, so that's a lot. I mean, we're going to need, what's that, 40 different type of tournaments on that if we do that type of structure, and I just don't think that's going to be the case. I want to see how far in artifact enhancement, because that's going to be one of our weakest zones, is artifact enhancement. And we could sacrifice some, but we are, again, going to be gone for a little bit. But I do think it's doable for this account. Now it just comes down to, do we do it? Or do we wait for a fusion and we don't know who that fusion is? Having a Void Legendary is pretty nice to have. I do think he probably helps me in some areas. But I don't know where he pushes my account right now. Maybe he could help me in Ice Golem? I don't know. He definitely could help me in Doom Tower. I know that. Definitely with waves. He could probably help there. So it's just figuring out what we want to do with him. So that's the video for today. I do think I am leaning towards going for it. I do think he's worthwhile if you aren't leaving town and you have similar resources to me. But if you don't, if you have a lot less than this, save for the fusion. That's what I would recommend. Save for the fusion. If you are not towards this type of hoarding that I've done so far, I put myself in a good spot right here for a fusion just because of these. Because in a tournament, I could use this. That's going to be 2,400 points. If we got to go get some mysteries, if we got to use voids, we will. This is going to help me on a champion chase right here. This is really going to help me on a champion chase. So we're in a pretty good spot here at this point to give myself some leeway to pull here on what's not a great event. I don't suggest pulling on non-2Xs unless something like this is going on and you're going for this and it's getting you a void legendary on top of some really good rewards along the way. So I know there's 300 points there. That would put us at, what's that, 340. Put us right around here. Nothing special, but slowly working our way up. But yeah, guys, we'll make a video. If I do pull, I'll make a full video on it. Hopefully we get to the 82 before the 2 days is up. But we're not going to be that far short. If we just have to pull mysteries, we'll pull mysteries and figure that out. We won't pull anything else. It's going to just be ancients. And we won't use our gems to restack ancients either. But that's the video for today, guys. Like I said, if you're short of the requirements, wait for the fusion. If you're kind of like me, and you're going to be around through this tournament, I say go for it. Hopefully it's just, we don't know what's coming, but hopefully it's not awful. So far, Spider's been a really nice. I was really surprised. I just hope they don't do faction-related dungeons. That will make it near impossible for us. So, alright guys, I'll talk to you soon and probably see you tomorrow.